Good morning. Yep, the old fart's back again, of course. Today's one of these days that I really hate to make this commentary. It's sickening and disgusting of the new law that everybody was cheering at in New York for abortion. Now, I understand this, and I understand the woman's right, bringing it all the way up to where the fetus is actually living, get ready for its journey to come out. To me, it's murder. Now, it's supposed to be due to the health concerns. So this means mental health, physical health, or the age of the woman. Now, when that part came out and the judge was talking about it on Fox News, it hit a real chord with me. And anybody that's ever listened to my show, you'll hear my little 3-year-old talking. He loves music. God bless him too. That's what hurts, okay? Because you see, my wife has a health problem within giving birth. She has Rh negative blood. Well, during her first pregnancy, she went over a couple weeks, and the medical tapes back then didn't prove that she was leaking when she was overdue at her time, and they was just letting the baby cook a little bit longer. Well, here she was leaking amniotic fluid, and with her Rh negative, anybody that has this has to get a shot immediately, or their body sensitizes. Now, what this means is that the next children that comes in afterwards, that's usually by the same parents, say that the couple get together, they stay together. Now, their next child that comes along, when the body gets sensitized from an Rh negative, the antibodies attack the baby and try to kill it as a foreign disease or a foreign enemy to the body. Instead of it protecting and nurturing it, it actually tries to kill it. This is what happened to my wife. Not only did she have to go through a whole lot of problems in that, we didn't find out about this until the next child, because how the wife got sick from her body trying to attack the baby. That was my second daughter. Now, for my second daughter, as this has happened, it took 14 years. A lot of hard times within them 14 years, because me and my wife did want children. And there was countless miscarriages to where it does do a lot of damage. Well, she came along and had a dream that she was going to have a boy and a girl. Now, she could never remember the girl's name, but the boy's name was supposed to be Joseph. Now, this was after 14 years, okay, and they told us we wasn't having no more. Okay, so in a sense, it was a miracle as it happened. To have one come through after being sensitized is a miracle. To have what me and my wife had, it's impossible. Blessing beyond blessing. But 14 years later, we ended up with Michael. Now, this is where it gets a little crazy because all through that time, there was not going to be no more. We kind of knew that. And my wife's body took a real heavy toll from Michael. He was born premature. Of course, your children are going to be premature or defective. They're not going to be normal children. As my son is 13, we knew this, but we valued the life of the child. Now, he's 13 now, okay? And you figure this, they was actually trying to get her to abort back then with Michael, which we said no. And we knew the ramifications. We knew that he could be coming out bipolar, emotional disturbed, and there could be physical dysfunctions. It's still life. I still got a 13-year-old son. Yes, he has got a little emotional problems, and he is 40% deaf. He has to wear hearing aids. He can never go hunting or fishing. I mean, well, fishing we can go fishing, but I mean, Dad always used to go hunting. Okay, I mean, everybody knows I'm a rifleman. I believe in guns. I believe in the right of living and breathing off the land, using what you need. And those were gone. I gave them up. Can't go first day when you know you got a son that can never be around a gunshot or a bunch of gunshots. Now, you can put head muffins on and stuff like that, but you're out there hunting for a deer. Somebody could be 150 yards away, blow a shot, there goes my son's eardrums. You make sacrifices. It's a life. As we get back to that dream, okay, she had 3 days in a row. Well, wouldn't you know, Michael becomes 10 years old. And this is where we get into touch with this law, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. Miracles happen. Sometimes you have to pay the price for that miracle. Now, three years ago, it happened again. My wife got pregnant. Couldn't believe it. Totally amazing. The whole time, they wanted her to abort. We told them straight up from the get-go, don't even ask us. It's not even on the table. My wife was older age. I used to tell them, I got white hair. Yeah, 3 years ago, me and my wife, 30 years, still together, still working, having the same problems, gave me a child. And this one is actually even more special than all the others. And that's why we named him Daniel, to tell you the truth. Because these were gifts from God. That's why she didn't have a memory of another girl, and she couldn't remember its name. She was having another boy. He gave her 2 boys for our belief in our tribe and our devotion. See, miracles happen if you know how to look for them. Well, we named him Daniel, okay, because my wife is still RH negative, sensitive. Still me as the father. All the same scenarios. The baby did not get sick 1 ounce. Not 1 ounce. Complete normal childhood, a baby birth and everything. Thing of it was, they kept on telling my wife to abort the baby. Because my baby's age, or my wife's age, to have this baby. Well, it could have killed her on the table. And she was going to have health problems very highly. Well, she said right then and there, I don't have a problem with that. If I have a healthy baby, I'm glad to take anything that God gives me, and I'll suffer it. She can barely walk half of the days now. And the depression is there because he made the choice. Got a 3-year-old angel. Wakes up, sings, happy. Got her own little thing. We took the Barney song. Sing it to him all the time. You know, I love you, you love me. We're happy. And I always put tickle. Family. Every time it comes around, it's tickle. He lives fine all by himself with greatness there. Wife takes about 13 to 14 pills twice a day. Rheumatism, arthritis all through the body. Can barely walk. Completely sore. Sleeps most of the time now when she comes home from a little bit of work because it's just too much to even bake. Was it worth it? That's the question you gotta ask. Was it worth it? A little bit of pain and suffering for a beautiful child is one of the most happiest things in the world. Wakes up happy, goes to sleep happy, smiles and plays. High five, saki saki. Yeah, raising a kid, it goes crazy. And let me tell you, this one is a bouncing baby boy. I don't care if you're politically correct about it or not. He's a boy. He's a bouncing baby boy, too. He broke the same arm in the same spot twice. Still will climb up on something just to try and jump off and throw himself down. 3 years old. How life is. Those are facts. It's an open and shut case. Anybody can check it out. We ain't gonna hide no medical records. We named him Daniel. He was in a den of lions. Should have been sick. Should have been having the same problems that all my other children has. And don't have not one of them. Maybe sometimes it's the choice that you make in life that matters. Maybe that child was supposed to come and you were supposed to go, because that child's going to be the one that saves the world. Do you really want to murder that? Everybody talks about how precious life is. Can't we defend the children? The littlest ones? I don't care what anybody likes about me or anybody else like that. Can we stop murdering babies and kids? Somebody's out there willing to help. Somebody out there that really wants a baby. How about set up a network to where we don't have to go through no damn abortions or adoption centers and stuff like that, and we start helping people live, giving them a chance. It's murder people. Greatest lesson of all was from God. He gave us his own son who died for our sins. Knew he was going to die. Knew he was going to be tortured. Still did it. Jesus knew it was going to happen to him. He still walked it. You can't? Anyways, it's disgusting. We gotta fight. There ain't nobody here to fight for God's children no more. What is left of mankind? God bless. Think about it. See you later.